Boring, ineffective job ads that attract the wrong people and repel the right ones. They're basically the bane of my existence. It's been driving me crazy for years. So let me ask you a real simple question. When was the last time that you read one of your job postings from a candidate's perspective? And did it make you excited to apply? Did it make you want to drop everything and say, oh my gosh, I found the perfect job for me? I'm going to guess that the answer is no. And there's a reason for that. It's a reason that everybody else gives. I sent out a poll asking HR professionals about the job ads. And here's what I found. The majority said their job ads were focused on either A, the manager's wish list, B, compliance, or C, what corporate gave them. Very few, and I mean very few, said they were focused on job seeker engagement. Now, let's think about this for a second. If marketing teams at companies like Starbucks or McDonald's took this approach, what would their ads look like? Imagine if Starbucks said, you know what? The ads we put out there, they don't really matter. What they say doesn't matter. We could literally post the ingredients of our coffee and put it out there on social media, and people will be like, oh man, that list of 20 ingredients got me so excited. I went to Starbucks and paid 5 times more than I could have paid to make it at home. That sounds utterly ridiculous, right? But that's exactly what we're doing with our job ads. We're posting boring lists of requirements and duties and qualifications, and then we're surprised when the best candidates just don't apply. We assume that they just aren't out there, but the fact is, this approach, post and pray, is fundamentally broken. You're posting the same thing as everybody else and praying that great candidates appear out of thin air. It's not a strategy, it's just wishful thinking. So how do we fix this? Well, we need to completely transform our job ads from boring bullet lists into compelling marketing content. And here's how we do it. First, we need to understand that different sources need different content. If you think about Indeed right now, for the most people that are watching this, when you run an ad on Indeed, it's the only content a job seeker is going to see before they apply. They're not being routed to your career site, and that means that the job ad has to stand on its own and make the case for why you're a great place to work. Even though you might have spent tens of thousands of dollars to build this really cool career site with videos, all this awesome pictures of your employees, the majority of job seekers, especially those coming from job boards like Indeed, ZipRecruiter, LinkedIn, they never see it, which means that content, that job ad that you post out there, it has to make the case for why you're a great place to work. Now, if somebody comes to your website, well, that's a totally different person, right? That journey they take through that content you've created, well, it can engage them via the video, via what's on your site. And an employee referral, totally different process as well. They're able to see something maybe an employee posts. So what does make a great job ad? Well, it's one that talks through the specific journey that person is taking and answers the question, why should I want to work for you versus where I am today? That's it. That's the fundamental question every job ad needs to answer. Not what will I do or what are the qualifications, but why is this a better opportunity than my current job? To answer this question effectively, your job ad needs to focus on the pain points your ideal candidates are likely experiencing in their current job. It needs to focus on how your company culture, management philosophy, growth opportunities addresses those pains. You need to provide evidence through employee stories or concrete examples that makes it credible. And the emotional and lifestyle benefits of working for your organization, well, they need to be in there too. Let me give you an example. I was hiring for my customer support team, and through research, I discovered that my best performers were coming from environments like dental offices or doctor's offices, where they were treated poorly. No PTO, inflexible schedules, like kind of a jerk boss. So instead of posting a standard customer service job that said 2 years experience required, must know our software, I wrote something like this: work for managers who value work-life balance, customer support role with paid holidays, flexible scheduling, career growth, house cleaning benefits, and no previous support experience required. The results were incredible. We attracted the exact kind of people we wanted: smart, service-oriented, who were stuck in a rigid environment that didn't value them. We screened out the traditional support candidates who weren't a good culture fit, and we screened individuals in who were. Now, you might be thinking, but Ryan, I can't change our job descriptions. Corporate requires certain language. I hear this all the time, but there is a workaround. There has to be one. Maybe you can't change the whole thing, but you can slide it down and at the top create a compelling introduction. Maybe you can include some employee testimonials. Maybe you can make links to your video or content that tells a better story. The key is to start thinking like a marketer. Your job ad is an advertisement, not a legal document. Its job is to persuade candidates to take the next step. Here's another quick tip. Storytelling is incredibly powerful in job ads. Instead of just listing the requirements, tell the story of somebody who's successful in the role. What was their background? What does their day look like? What do they love about working for you? For example, maybe your ad's going to say, Sarah joined our team 2 years ago after working as an office manager. She had no previous experience in software support, but she was smart, loved helping people, and wanted a flexible schedule that would allow her to be home when her kids got off school. Today, she leads our customer success team, works a schedule that lets her run carpool from school every day, and still is paid well. Now, that's so much more powerful than a bullet list of requirements, isn't it? Finally, remember that your job ad is just one piece of content in the candidate journey. You need to think about every touch point from that first job ad through the application confirmation email, the interview scheduling email, and even rejection notices. Each one of those is an opportunity to reinforce why you're a great place to work. So here's my challenge for you. Take one of your current job ads, completely rewrite it as if you were a marketer. Focus on answering just that one question. Why should I want to work for you instead of where I'm at today? And see what happens to your applicant quality. I almost guarantee you're going to see a massive improvement. If you found this valuable, check out my complete webinar on marketing mindset for HR professionals. I'll break down my entire framework for how to go about transforming your recruiting process. Remember, in today's competitive talent marketplace, boring job ads aren't just ineffective, they're actually sabotaging your entire recruiting process. It's time to start marketing like a recruiter.